And I just had to go live. I'm like, yo, it's crazy. And it's all over social media. It's all over the news. You'll hear about it. But it's like, how can you have faith in the system? How can you have faith in this wicked government when every time you get examples right in your face of what's going on out here? You know what I mean? They want us to obey the laws. They want us to be, you know what I'm saying, good hearted, good, faithful, tax paying citizens. But every time you see the system right under your eyes, right under your nose, they doing the bullshit, right? So, it's been if you've been living in a rock, you know what I'm saying, if you've been paying attention, even though everything also, for the most part, is distractions for what's really going on. But because he has a complexion for protection, the so-called president right now, Joe Biden, his son Hunter Biden, just got pardoned. You know what I'm saying? And not partially pardoned, he got fully pardoned for tax evasion, right? That's one. Drug possession, making videos of him snorting cocaine and having, crack parties and shit. Like, come on, man. People got to be held accountable. And then, not only that, he also got pardoned for having a firearm, an illegal firearm, right? And because he has a complexion for protection, nothing happens to him. He just got fully pardoned because his dad, you know what I mean? Which ain't that really nepotism? His dad, being a president of the United States, gave him full clemency, which means he can't get in trouble for nothing. Now, what if he'd have shot somebody? What if he'd have, you know what I mean? Almost knocked down somebody? This is no accountability. When you have complexion for protection, you pretty much can do what you want in this world, this wicked world. You know what I mean? And that just shows a slap in the face of the people that really work hard out here, people that really, what I'm saying, do the right thing and love thy neighbor and do all the good deeds you're supposed to do as a human being in this world. And had it been somebody look like me, you know what I'm saying, hasn't been just a regular American citizen that got caught with any of these charges, tax evasion, gun charge, possession, and made photos, made videos of him doing crack and drugs, and he nothing happens to him. He just gets a slap on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? Because his dad is the president. This is unbelievable. This shit right here just shows do what the fuck you gotta do in life. Make it how you fake it, or excuse me, not even fake it how you make it, but get it how you live. But just don't get caught because the president that's about to become the president, Trump, what he got multiple felonies, and he's the president right now. So it's like unless you have the protection, the complexion for protection, you gotta just walk on thin ice. You gotta just walk on eggshells because you're not gonna be able to get away with shit that people that don't look like me, that don't have no melanin in their skin, they seem to keep getting away with over and over. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, how could people have faith in the system, the legal system, when things like this continue to keep happening? You know what I'm saying? And it's even worse than this. Now, he got caught with a gun. He got caught with, drugs possession, and he had tax evasion, and he didn't, it didn't happen to him. But what about the police officers? What about the officials, elected officials who kill people on tape, kill people on camera with a firearm, and they get off? You know what I'm saying? They get vacations and still justification on camera of being they killed that person, why they should get away with it. And they try to villainize the person every time. The one who gets murdered is the one, oh, he was such a bad person. He he stole some cigarettes from the corner store. Means he got to get murdered though? I mean, it's ridiculous, man. If you don't got the complexion for protection, you got to be careful out there at all times because you a target, especially when you the masculine melanin man, like I always say, because we under attack at an all-time high. It's like they out to hunt us. You know what I'm saying? All types of ways, shapes and forms, every angle. They coming at the melanated men, the masculine melanated men, because we such a threat to their system. You know what I'm saying? We like the opposite, totally against everything that the grafted, the wicked grafted stand for. But just the hypocrisy of America. This is supposed to be, remember how you going to school, you got to put your hand on your chest and say, you know what I'm saying, the Star Spangled Banner and all the preamble, all that bullshit. supposed to be home of the free, land of the brave, and all that bullshit. Nah, it's nothing like that at all. This is the place of the wicked, the weak. You know what I mean? The righteous still have a stronghold, and we taking back what's rightfully ours. But end of the day, it's the wicked who run this country. You know what I mean? It's the demonic forces, the shapeshifters, the reptilians, draconians. Them are the ones who control who control the finances of this world. And they're going to keep doing this wicked stuff and getting away with the bull until the people come together and overthrow this. You know what I'm saying? Anarchy. It's time, because it's like, how can you believe in anything that's supposed to be positive, supposed to be righteous, and supposed to be harmonious, and they keep slapping you in the face with examples? Joe Biden just pardoned his son, and his son got videos of him smoking crack, got videos of him, you know what I'm saying, just saying he can do what he wants because he part of this wicked system, because he's part of a government official, elected official that's supposed to take oaths for the people, but they take oaths for themselves to live how they want to live, to steal, to rob, to rape, to manipulate the people. And Joe Biden pardoned his son from all wrongdoing, which means he don't have to go to jail. He only probably have probation. He just get to go out in the public and go back to smoking, having them crack parties and recording them. Nothing gonna happen. You know what I mean? What is teaching kids? What is it teaching children about the justice system, about doing the right thing, about, you know what I'm saying, living on the straight path and narrow out here? And you see all the time people getting away with shit that they're supposed to be getting in trouble for. Whoever that is funny. But ain't it crazy though? This wicked system is really, you know what I mean, saying they don't give a fuck. And even though this is the age of revelations, these are the times of the real shit coming out, the truth. You can't hide no more. It's like, yo, how can you just believe in, you know what I mean, this government, in this regimen? Now, Trump coming to office in another month and a half, is he going to do anything for the people? We all know that his stance. You know what I'm saying? He a businessman. He going to make things to his best interest that's going to benefit him and his people. What they going to do for the melanated man? You know what I'm saying? Because it's time. When is reparations going to be the focal topic? When is reparations going to be, you know what I'm saying, given out? I don't even care if you give every melanated man a 750 credit score. That's a start. You feel me? We came into this world in debt because we was robbed, raped, and our people was pillaged. Imperialism at an all-time high. To this day, like my man Deontay Wilder said, to this day. You know what I mean? But nobody want to hear about that. Nobody want to have a topic discussion about reparations, about how the melanated people, the Aboriginal people built this country, and they get the short end of the stick. Everybody got compensated. The Jews got compensated. The Asians got compensated. You know what I'm saying? The Indians, so-called Indians, got compensated. Melanated people, we didn't get a thing but a slap on the wrist and more concentrated forms of systematic oppression and racism. You know what I'm saying? In the comment, the person who made that comment, you just motherfucking gay for saying something gay like that. Pickles. So the dude named Pickles on here said, "You look like my gay neighbor." And I'm like, really, who would take the time out of their mouth to say something gay like that, first of all? You know what I'm saying? I'm an official dude. My name's Just, all right? Number one. Number two, that was gay for saying a gay statement. You know what I'm saying? You know, I could just knock you off right here if I wanted to, right? But I ain't going to do that. You can sit there and look stupid. Serious topic. This is a serious topic right here. You know what I'm saying? What are we going to do, Americans? What are we going to do, Aboriginal people, indigenous people, native people, people who built this country, ancestors built this country? We descendants of those people, of those mathematicians, of those scientists. We are descendants, you know what I mean, of the Most High. And it's like, how long are we going to let this bullshit keep going on? You know what I mean? And I know it's going to be people talking about this all day, all tomorrow, next few days. But talking it's a starting point. But without actions, what does talking mean? You know what I mean? Like prayer. What is prayer without putting things in together, putting, you know what I'm saying, deeds and movements together. You know what I'm saying? Biden just showed us how corrupt he is. He pardoned his son. If he really wanted to teach his son a lesson, if he wanted to show the people that he was for the people and that he cared about democracy, he would have said, you know what, son, I got to put you in jail for a few months, let you sit down, learn your lesson, or I got to put you on probation at least 5, 6 years, 5 years, so we can show the people that, you know, everybody's held accountable. Y'all take oaths. Government officials take oaths, so they supposed to be held the highest regard, the highest standard. So for his son to be smoking crack, to be holding firearms illegally and just running around living wild like a damn vigilante, tax evasion, I mean, it just shows you the wicked, the corruptness that goes on at the highest level. And me being a New York State former worker, and I know the hypocrisy and the white supremacy, the racist discrimination that goes on in the hierarchy of you know, saying politics. It's sad. You know what I mean? This man ran the country to the ground for 4 years, and he couldn't even have his son accountable. Well, I guess because he got the protection for the complexion for protection, so he can get away with this. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I just had to come, you know, let the people know what's going on out here. You know what I mean? And remember, y'all voted this man in. Y'all voted Biden in. So y'all got to deal with this. You know what I'm saying? And it's affecting all of us because it shows how crooked and corrupt politics is. And if you don't have that complexion for protection, or if you're not protected by your family, you're not going to be able to, you know what I'm saying, get these pardons. Look how many black people locked up for falsely somebody saying they had a gun, for falsely somebody saying they had drugs. And they've been locked up for the last 5, 10 years. But because this dude's son, because his son, you know what I'm saying, has a complexion for protection, his dad, the president, he's able to get slapped on the wrist. He's able to just say nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? And he made tapes, he made recordings, videos of him having cocaine parties and shit. You know what I'm saying? Having motherfucking orgy parties probably on the low. Who knows? But the point is, right is right, wrong is wrong. You feel me? Talk to me nice. How you doing, young lady? That's what it is. Yeah, I'm just, you know, it's crazy how Biden just gave his son a slap on the wrist. And he had multiple charges. But hey, look at the president that's coming in next. He got what they said, 20 felonies, 10, 15 felonies, and he about to be the president of the United States. But he got that complexion for protection. I made a video talking about this in my earlier YouTube videos. I said that the complexion for protection, if you don't have that, then you just, you know what I mean? Gotta watch how you move because they're gonna knock you. They're gonna put you in under the belly of the beast. They're gonna put you in their system. You know what I mean? And you a slave all over again, especially catch a felony. That was part of the Constitution they rewrote. Slavery was over unless you become a felon, unless you become locked into the system of the incarceration. You a slave all over again because you got to do what they tell you. You got to work for pennies on a dollar, just like how they was picking cotton back in the day. Ain't no different. Overseer is the same as officer. There's not no difference. They just switched up the wordplay. OFFICR, right? Officer. OVERSEER. This is difference of a couple letters. It's the same thing. The badges that they have on the police uniforms is the same badges, the style badges they had when they was coming to get the slaves, the slave patrol. When it was trying to, you know, chase after anybody who rebelled, anybody who left the plantation, anybody who wanted to become liberate themselves, they would send them out in droves, right? To kill, not bring them back. They would just knock them off. Because another fact I'm going to throw out there for you, look up the Casual Killing Act. I believe it was in the 1800s. And 1833, 1850, you know, around there, it got so bad about them killing black people, you know what I'm saying, these grafted Europeans, that they had to make a law to not incarcerate, you know what I'm saying, especially the mistress. Let's say, you know, the slave master had his little mistress and he had his wife was the white woman, Anytime he had a baby by the mistress, which is a black woman, it was killing them off because the white woman didn't want to see the dominant genes of a melanated man. You know what I'm saying? In her baby from her husband, who was dealing with fidelity. But the point is, how they do us is so ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's so barbaric. 500 years plus, they've been doing the original man, the Aboriginal family, indigenous beings, the harsh of enslavements. And the Europeans learned from the Arabics. Let's make that clear. If you watch Roots, the original Roots, they had a Arab when they came to get Kunta Kinte, when they came to get him, you know what I'm saying, in forced slavery in Africa, they brought a Arab man in the back because the Arabs taught the Europeans how to enslave us, how to dehumanize us, how to give us the worst treatment. You know what I mean? Because originally it was servitude. When when dealing with war, if you became a captive in war, you just was servitude, or you owe debts. You'll be a servitude to my Calgary, where you go do some work, pay off your debt, and you be free to release. But it wasn't cruel treatment. It wasn't rape and pillage, how the Europeans did our people, thanks to the Arabs. But end of the day, Biden, you had a chance to show the American people that you cared. You had a chance to show the people that right and wrong, everybody has to follow. Y'all take oaths when you're a government official. You know what I mean? But we know it's a fraternity. We know it's a brotherhood, which means as long as you're part of that shield, nobody's going to turn on each other. They all going to stick together, especially when you are a grafted, recessive being and part of that reptilian family. And I don't want to go too crazy in this video. I'm going to keep it, you know what I'm saying? This is sad, though. But were you surprised, America, that they was going to let this Neanderthal get away from all his, you know what I'm saying, ill-advised behavior? He has a complexion for protection. We know this. So whenever has anything changed, when you're a government official and you're in that wicked system, and you're not going to use all the shortcuts you can. He gave his son full clemency, meaning nothing going to happen to him. You know what I mean? I don't even think he got probation behind this mess. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me nice. I'm glad you dropped down to check on the live. You know what I mean? Just trying to put some content out here and coming from point of view of our people. You know what I'm saying? Coming from point of view that's subjective. Because I'm not kissing no ass. I ain't no butt dancing, booty licking, bootstrap Negro that's gonna cap for these crackers. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't racist. I don't hate the white man. I don't hate the white people. I hate the wicked people. I hate the wicked system because it could be any shape and size, any color, any ethnic background that could work for the system. But in this particular time, in this situation right here, it was a Neanderthal, and he used his complexion for protection to get his son off. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. 2024. Into 2025, everybody be safe, move smooth, but stay dangerous, but also always be aware of your surroundings because it's going to get worse. In 2025, this was the year of 24, everything being revealed, the truth went out the bag. 25 is going to be more of that, but it's also going to be a lot of bloodshed. We're going into World War III. Everybody knows what's going on with Russia, you know what I'm saying, practicing these nuclear weapons they have on Ukraine. So it's only a matter of time for they might try to send something USA way. And the weapons they got, I don't know if USA is ready. From what they saying, they got weapons that could can't even be detected. The USA can't even detect their thermal nuclear weapons as far as GPS because it's on a whole nother level. America probably not, you know what I'm saying, witness the type of weapons that Putin has right now. And you know, with other countries that's allied with Putin, and I ain't trying to scare nobody up and all that, but if you look into it deeper, because I've seen some videos where they showed and they had put messages out there that in Russia they have bunkers, they have, you know what I'm saying, nuclear, they prepared in case it go down because they know the possibility it can go down any minute. And we don't hear we don't hear none of our officials telling us where to go hide if they drop bombs in America. You know what I'm saying? Some nuclear shit here. What bunkers we got? What safe houses do the American people have to go get low in case it went down. Nah, but they showing Puffy videos fucking all day about new updates about Puffy and his, like, who gives a fuck about Puffy right now? And our whole shit could be melted, you know what I mean? And people in the streets homeless and hungry. But America don't want to talk about that topic. I appreciate you, Mrs. Appleberry. I'm just trying to come with a subjective viewpoint and put shit out there that nobody talking about. Not for nothing. U.S. military have about 96 military bases around the world. That many. Right, right. Talk to me nice. You know what I'm saying? Why is that many bases? Because they trying to control everything. You know what I'm saying? They trying to militarize the world. They trying to make it a police state. Everywhere you go, you see cops. It's going to be soon in Pioneer Rochester. You're going to see robots patrolling the streets in a minute. I wouldn't put that past in 2025. There's going to be something crazy like that. Because in some cities and states, they got robots patrolling the streets. They got robots at restaurants just watching the people. But why? What for? Peace, peace. This is Apple. Oh, okay. My man Appleberry. What's going on? Yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to drop some jewels, you know what I'm saying? Dropping some change. You seeing more drones floating around already? Talk to me nice. You feel what I'm saying? Every event, every day, every situation, you see more and more drones and more artificial intelligence and more, you know what I'm saying? Just that eye, right? Remember that song? I always feel like somebody's watching me. Ain't getting no privacy. From Maxwell, he was trying to tell you back then. They always been trying to spy on the original man, women, and child, and they always been trying to just get they trying to play the role of God. They trying to play the role of the supreme being. You know what I'm saying? Thinking they control every aspect of time, space, in every dimension. But it's only one all in all. It's only one Lord of all worlds. You know what I'm saying? Everything they do is to copy. Because they know who the original is. They're just a carbon copy. That's why they came with all these manuscripts and different texts and these documents, because they know the true, authentic book can't hide that. You know what I mean? They tried to hide it, but you can't hide the truth. We know what's what and who's who. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to leave it right there. Protons, electrons always cause explosions. Your boy Justice Shabazz. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Justice Shabazz. I got great videos, great content. I got lives. I got all kind of interviews and just, you know what I'm saying, great content dealing with 585 and dealing with other, things around the world. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody who tuned into the channel. Talk to me nice. Appreciate you. My boy Appleberry, appreciate you. And the others who tune into this live. You know what I mean? It's the hypocrisy is real, though. That's all I wanted to say. Joe Biden, your president, the current president, just pardoned his son. He pardoned his son. No doubt, talk to me nice. Appreciate you viewing my channel. He just pardoned his son, your president, because he claims he did nothing wrong. But, he just had videos of crack cocaine. He had an illegal firearm, and he, not to pay them taxes, he did some tax evasion shit, what the rich do all the time. They already making money. Why try to cover up to get more money? This is called greed, and that's what's controlling this world. Greed, wickedness. On that note, I'm going to say peace. Thanks for checking the channel, everybody. Stay tuned. More good content is coming soon. It's your boy Justice Shabazz. I'm out. Peace.